Hello folks, Midwest F-150 here. We are now in my brother's 2011 Nissan Sentra. We are currently out in a 50-cent car wash place. It's currently $9.49, so a little bit sketchy here what we're doing. But in this video, we're gonna clean out the engine bay. And then I'm gonna check the oil level. So a little bit of context, back in November of 2024, this vehicle started throwing the P0011 timing to advance code. And as a Hail Mary attempt, we started running the Valvoline Restore and Protect 5W30 in order to help with it. After a couple thousand miles, the timing chain code went away. I really think that the Valvoline Restore and Protect was probably eating away at whatever was building up against the tensioner. After that was done, we were still burning a quart of oil for every 500 miles traveled. I've tried a number of different things in order to address it, and I'll pop it up on the screen here. In a nutshell, we've replaced the PCV valve, PCV hose, replaced the valve cover gasket, among other things. But in addition to replacing those parts, we've also tried a number of different chemicals, including the AT205. Unfortunately, that didn't help, and then I ran a product called Engine Restorer. It's meant to help with oil consumption, and after running that, it didn't help. In addition to trying all these different things, I've also used a number of different motor oils. A couple of months ago, I ran the Pennzoil Ultra Platinum 0W40. The thought is that with a thicker oil, perhaps that'll help with oil consumption, but unfortunately it didn't help. Shortly after that, we switched to the Valvoline Extended Protection. And then afterwards, I did a Berryman's B12 piston soak. It was a 24-hour piston soak. And unfortunately, after that, it didn't work. Right after that piston soak, I actually started running a Valvoline Synthetic Blend High Mileage Plus motor oil. It's intended for vehicles with more than 150,000 miles. So my thought is that, hey, let's use something intended for higher mileage vehicles and maybe that'll help. Unfortunately, it didn't. And then instead of using the 5W30 in the High Mileage Plus, I switched to 10W30. It didn't help. It actually made the vehicle harder to start, especially during the winter time. So I gave it all up and decided to switch to the Valvoline Restore and Protect. I've come to a point where, let's just focus on the cleaning ability of the Valvoline Restore and Protect, and I think it'll make for some entertaining content, or at least something to give folks an idea of what this oil is capable of. And so in this video, we're gonna clean the engine and then dry it out, check the oil level, and then I actually brought my funnel. Check that out, the fancy funnel. We're gonna top off the oil and then head back home. And then I'm going to send my borescope inside the oil fill port to see what our reference point looks like compared to the last time we checked. All right, here we go. I'm actually going to use this bag to cover up the electronics. Okay, I actually have to be right back because I think there are guys next to me that need help. I think their car died. Okay, so there's a guy with a good old Chevy, and unfortunately his car died. So I'm actually gonna go home and grab some jumper cables for him, and then I'm gonna need to continue this video another day. So I'll probably include this clip anyways, just to give you guys the reality of life as I'm making these videos. Vehicle still starts after spraying it down, so that's good. I ran home, grabbed the jumper cables, and let them use it, but unfortunately they weren't able to start up their vehicle. Essentially what happened was I ended up going home. It sounds like they're gonna have someone tow the vehicle back. So yeah, what were we talking about? Yes, the Nissan Sentra. So the oil's now had a chance to settle into the pan, and again, we're 500 miles since the last fill up. If history holds true, we're gonna consume another quart of oil, but hoping that's not the case. So on the dipstick, there's two holes. There's the top hole, right, marking the full mark, and the bottom hole marking the empty mark. The distance between the two represents 1 quart of oil. So every time we fill it up to the top hole, and then after 500 miles, it gets to the bottom hole. So let's see what it looks like after 500 miles. It's nearing the bottom hole. So maybe like right there, right where my fingertip is. So I'm thinking we're gonna need about 4/5 of a quart. We're gonna use a fancy funnel to fill it up. Okay, so this is a fancy funnel from Amazon, SEDY. It has the hash marks on the side, and it allows you to measure out the amount of oil that you're gonna add inside your vehicle. Got our bottle of Valvoline Restore Protect from last time. So we'll go ahead and fill it up to 0.8 quarts. By the way, I know exactly what I did was unsafe in the middle of the night, and you know, things can happen, but I couldn't just do nothing. So I will always do something. Okay, go ahead and open this valve. Let that oil in. Okay. And then after that oil flows in, we'll give it a few moments for the oil to fully settle into the pan, and then check the level. All right, while we wait for the oil to settle, I do want to take a moment to recognize our members of the channel, including Will Huntin 1516, Nunez Racing 12, Bart, Becca K4H, Lopez Jesse 006, our prime oil change sponsor, Cars Are Friends, and Mr. Three Phase 228, Tony Seed, Lucan F150, Cesar, Tylo, Mango Enjoyer, Soba, and Jace Hopper. Really appreciate you guys for all the support that you provide the channel. So theoretically, it should be at the upper hole. Still have the oil funnel on there in case we underfill. Okay, there it is. The oil level is slightly above the upper hole and just barely touching that letter H. Hard to see, but it's up there. The Valvoline Restore and Protect has a very distinct smell. I bet you if I did a blind smell test, I can probably identify Valvoline Restore and Protect. Now what I'm gonna do is take our bore scope and send it inside that oil fill port to get to our reference point, so you guys can see what it looks like today versus the last time we checked. Here are the pictures. All right, folks. Well, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We'll check again in about 500 miles, but I'm still very impressed with the overall reliability of the Sentra, despite all of the oil consumption issues. This vehicle has 203,000 miles, and the CVT transmission is still running great. The engine works fine. Cooling system, there's no signs of leaks or cracks in the hose, and so I'm very grateful for how reliable this vehicle has been. And you know, if we end up consuming oil, so be it. As long as the vehicle runs, we can pour as much oil as it wants. All right, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye now. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. On this channel, I'm on a mission to reach 500,000 miles on my 2021 F-150. Along the way, you can expect regular updates, in-depth product reviews, live streams, and more. Subscribe now to stay up to date and be part of the journey.